Gaming Untitled Memory Lane.
Get ready!
Right, today we're going to be playing the Sega Master System. That control can only mean one thing. We're playing the Sega Master System.
Get ready!
The Sega Master System released in 1985 in Japan as Sega Mark III, and released in 1986 in North America and 1987 in Europe. The Sega Master System was most popular in Europe and Brazil. Over 300 games released on the Sega Master System, and 158 of those games were exclusively in Europe. The Sega Master System used both cartridges and Sega cards for software. The Sega Master System is region-free, allowing Americans to play European exclusives. The Sega Master System even had a selection of 3D games way ahead of its time. Now prepare yourself, what game will we be playing today on the Sega Master System? Welcome back to another TV show and movie games on the Sega Master System. There's been quite a few episodes of this, so don't forget to check out the old ones. And before we go any further, let's check out that rating system for Memory Lane.
Memory Lane rating system loading. 1-star rating equals horrible, real bad, trash. 2-star rating equals fair, good Randall, worth playing once. 3-star rating equals great, must own, possible hidden gem.
And there you go. 1-star, 2-star, 3-star down below. You guys are going to leave your rating on each game. And let's head over to the Sega Master System and let's check these games out. Alright, here we have Back to the Future Part 2 for the Sega Master System. And I love the Back to the Future movies quite a bit. It's definitely some of my favorite 80s movies. Back to the Future 2, it's definitely a great film. And how exactly does this translate into a video game? Well, we already know that Back to the Future on the NES was not so good. And a lot of the other Back to the Future games were not so good either. You can probably expect this one not to be so good. But what exactly are we getting ourselves into here? I mean, let's we're gonna have to head over to the Sega Master System and check this out. But before we do, let's just remember that I personally liked the NES version of Back to the Future, even though it was bad. I couldn't beat the game. It was definitely difficult. I wonder if I'll have the same experience with this game right here. Let's head over and let's find out. Now, right away, when you turn the Sega Master System on with Back to the Future 2, you're greeted with some classic Back to the Future logos right there and the nice background music on the title screen. So far, so good. I love what I see right here. This is actually quite nice illustrations. Even better, right here, we definitely have illustrations with a DeLorean flying through it like a time machine. Now this little animation right here with the DeLorean. Now that is pretty awesome. I like that a lot. You even have Doc right there standing outside the DeLorean. Now this is where the game starts right here. And you're using the hoverboard, so I'll give them credit. They're definitely trying to tie it to the movie. And you just definitely still have random objects that you have to dodge in the road. And there's a Biff's gang right there. They just beat the crap out of you. And the opening level is pretty hard. But if you do manage to get past the opening level, you have this level right here, which is it's really weird. I don't quite. I believe this is the house that Marty McFly's family lived in. I'm not sure, but it's a weird level. If you get past that, then you have this level right here. You have to actually walk around and get attacked by barrels and Michael Jackson. Is that Michael Jackson?
Who's bad?
They could be tied to the movie, but I really don't know. There you go. I mean, if you make it past that, you have to actually complete this puzzle right here. And this is when Marty McFly played guitar at that little school concert. And, it's a random puzzle. I'm not a big fan of throwing in a random puzzle in a game like this, but you have 3 minutes to complete it. Now, if you can manage to complete that, then you can move on to the next level right here. Now, this level seemed to be the easiest level. This is the final level, I believe. And this level resembled the NES version of Back to the Future, with just random objects over the place and people. Except instead of vertical, is horizontal. So it's much like the first level in the game. And if you beat it, you get the To Be Continued, Back to the Future 3. And you have the DeLorean flying off into to the background right there. This game, I'm going to give it 1 star because here we go. Once you complete the game, they throw you back into the first level right here. And that is pretty annoying, and I really didn't like the game that much at all. Alright, we're going to be playing a little bit of Back to the Future Part 3 for the Sega Master System. And talk about fancy looking label art box art right there. What do we have here? It looks like not only do we have the Back to the Future 3 image right there in the center, but the border and the side of the box. It looks very, very fancy looking. Look at that. It's definitely much more fancier than your average Sega Master System game. So, as most of you already know, Back to the Future 3 on 16-bit consoles suck. But how does it stack up on the Sega Master System? We're going to find out. But before we do that, let's take a good look at that box art. That is some of the coolest looking box art on the Sega Master System. Not a big fan of this movie. I love Back to the Future 1 and 2. This movie, not so much. It was okay. Get ready, we're going to be playing Back to the Future Part 3 on the Sega Master System. Alright, right away we have the Back to the Future 3 title screen right here. And the music in the background and the title screen look and sound pretty good. So far, so good. Let's see what we have here. And before you start the game, you have a little, some images, a few images from the actual movie itself. And that right there would be my facial expression for playing this game. And here we are, first level, much like the 16-bit versions. We are riding a horse being attacked by, I believe those are birds. Yeah, I'm not sure what those things are, but they're killer bees or birds, something. And we have boulders coming out of nowhere trying to hit us. What is this, Indiana Jones? And we have a freaking tomahawk. I mean, look at this. This is Tatanka from the WWF is throwing tomahawks at us. Hey, what the hell? The chances of you making it past the first level is pretty slim, so get used to seeing this screen right here. I wish I was Mary Poppins. I bet the ass of that horse that he wishes he was shitty shitty bang bang. Once you get past that point. All of a sudden you have a gravestone that pops up here for Clara Clayton. What about the horse? Where's the horse gravestone? But if you're lucky to make it past this level, you get to play this level over here. You get to throw plates. And this level is somewhat easier than the first level. The first level sucks. It's like very, very difficult. I hate the first level on this game, no matter what system I play. This level is easier to play, but still, it's not really that fun. But you can see how it looks here, and then if you can make it past that, there is another level where you're on a train. And again, this level is okay. It's not as hard as the first level. The game is definitely a 1 star. This game is not that good. It's not entertaining at all. What do you guys think? Comment down below and let me know what you think. This would have been a bad rental back in the day. Alright, here we have Hook for the Sega Master System. And we're not talking about Hook from AEW, the Son of Taz. That's a wrestling reference right there, but we're talking about Hook, the actual movie that came out in the 90s. Now, apparently this game right here, made by Sony, it released on several different consoles, but this specific version of the game was cancelled. It was unreleased. I don't know exactly the meaning or why it was cancelled, but there is various different versions of the game that leaked out, various different prototypes, ROM files. So today we're going to take a look at some of those, or this one specific ROM file of what is believed to be the most complete version of the game. And from there we'll pretty much determine whether this game is good or bad. Is Hook good or bad on the Sega Master System? Let's go find out. Let's check it out. And here we have the title screen right here, Hook. Pretty basic. Who knows? That might be the prototype title screen. Maybe a little different on the full version. Got Sony. And this is basically what the game looks like right here. So yeah, you have, based off the movie, you're basically walking as a platformer, and the graphics look pretty good. And you know where the game really shines is the gameplay. The gameplay, while I was actually playing this, I was actually shockingly surprised on how good the platform is. The platform aspect of this game, like the gameplay, is actually really good. I enjoyed it quite a bit, and that makes me really sad that this game was canceled and unreleased, because I personally would have loved to have a physical copy of this game. Now that I actually played it, I want to continue playing it. And honestly, I don't even know if this is a finished copy or not. It could be a finished copy. For whatever reason, it was canceled. I don't know why, but that's a damn shame, because this is actually one of the best platformers I've played on the Master System. It's a 3-star, and I really wish it actually did release. This is actually a pretty good platformer. Now, what do you guys think? Comment down below. Alright, here we have a game, Rambo First Blood Part 2, based off the Rambo movie, the second Rambo movie. And this is definitely a game that released just about everywhere. Japan, Europe, Brazil, North America, you name it. It released everywhere on the Sega Master System, which is a pretty rare thing to come across, because usually there's a huge amount of games that released over in Europe and Brazil that never came out in either Japan or North America, but hey, this one came out everywhere, so this has gotta be a good game. Look at the label art. The actual label art has Sylvester Stallone as Rambo holding that huge gun, and it looks pretty damn awesome, I must say. And the Rambo logo on the spine label and on the actual main portion of the box look pretty cool. So let's head over to the Sega Master System and let's blow some stuff up. And here we have the Rambo First Blood 2 title screen. And I must say, this looks pretty awesome. You have Rambo, looks like he's holding a rocket launcher. And it looks like a great rendition of Rambo on the Master System. And this is basically how the game looks right here. So it kind of looks like a Akari Warriors, like a Neo Geo game or something. But on the Master System, you play as Rambo. Look at this. And even though the game, at first glance, probably doesn't look the greatest, as far as the graphical portion of the game goes, the fun factor of this game is actually pretty good. I like it a lot. It's a nice arcade shooter, and they definitely themed this game appropriately after Rambo. I mean, it fits. When you play as Rambo in this game, you definitely feel like you're playing Rambo in a very 8-bit fashion. So if you like a top-down like shooting game that's unique and you like Rambo, well, here it is. This is a 3-star for you. This is a great game on the Sega Master System. I would highly recommend it. I own the game. The game is pretty awesome. What do you guys think? Alright, here we have Rambo 3 for the Sega Master System. Rambo 3 is one of those games on the Sega Master System that does require a light gun. It's a shooting game, as you can see at the very top left of the box art. It has the shooting little indicator. And of course you have Rambo with a huge rifle or gun, whatever that is. And you have the Rambo 3 logo right there. And it's pretty cool looking box art. Pretty awesome. On the spine label you have Rambo 3 and you have Sega on the other side. And, Rambo 3 is one of those movies that, yeah, I guess it was okay. It wasn't as good as the first Rambo movie, but all the Rambo movies were quite popular back in the day. So how does that translate to a Sega Master System game? Well, let's go take a look. Rambo 3 on the Sega Master System. And here we have Rambo 3, the title screen right here, and definitely a really, really cool title screen. One of the best looking title screens I've ever seen. Look at this. You had 3 knives that just popped up for Rambo 3, and then you had the Rambo 3 logo. And this is basically what the game looks like here, just an idea. I can't actually play the game because I don't have a light gun. But supposedly, based on what I've read, a lot of people say that this game's actually pretty good. So I'm just going to pretty much play it safe and give it a 2-star rating. If I had a light gun, I would love to actually try it out. But the graphics and the basically what you're seeing here, I mean, it looks not bad for the Sega Master System standards. It looks actually pretty good. I mean, while the NES had Duck Hunt, you can actually play a Rambo game on the Sega Master System, which is pretty crazy. So, yeah, 2 stars. I definitely want to try it out once I get my hands on a light gun. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that episode of Memory Lane, and there's going to be a lot more episodes to come. And stay tuned, give a thumbs up. There will be more episodes coming soon. Alright, welcome back to part 3 of this installation of TV show and movie games on the Sega Saturn.